Are you one of those people that have, I don't know, joint pain, knee pain, leg pain, foot pain, hand pain? And you're thinking, why do they always group it under the title of, John, say it when you see it,
Arthritis.
you know, everything that's under that category is called arthritis, and it's for a good reason. I'm actually going to read the definition of arthritis. You're thinking, oh, I have arthritis? Here's what it means. Arthritis is a term often used to mean any disorder that affects joints. Symptoms generally include joint pain and stiffness, and other symptoms may include redness, warmth, swelling, and decreased range of motion to the affected joints. So today's question is, we know what arthritis is, but do we know what causes it? Yeah, I typed that in Google, and there's no answers to what causes arthritis.
We don't know.
I'm sorry, over the shoulder.
Something behind you there.
Right here. You know, I've been working with 1,000 people in the last year, and probably a year and a half, and I almost always ask them if they have joint pain. I don't call it arthritis because some people think that's for older people. A lot of people, even young guys at the gym are saying they have joint pain. And I am removing it live on the gym while I'm on the treadmill because I bring my magnet with me. Hey, hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the Emotion Code Bro Show. My name is Michael Losier. I'm a certified emotion code practitioner, live here every Friday with my bro, John. Good morning, John.
Good morning. Yeah, another exciting episode. So my name is John Inverarity, and I am the other bro, Emotion Code Bro. Excited to be here again and helping people with that aches and pains today.
Now, John, I know that you've been in the business probably 3 or 4 times longer than me. 5 years or 7 years or something?
5 years, yeah.
5 years.
5,
so
yeah.
I know that you see a lot of these questions about arthritis. Whether they call it that or not, joint pain, knee pain, restless legs, tingling of the feet, and there's a lot of things that arthritis covers. So arthritis is like the blanket to mean stiffness, soreness, tingling, redness, not being able to move with lots of flexibility.
Yeah.
You've been working with that for a long time, I'm sure.
Yeah. There's like different lines of questionings you can ask with that pain as well, like what's creating that elbow pain, or what's preventing you from healing, which is ultimately, the cause of that pain. There's something blocking your body from healing.
And, when I ask people about it, they say, oh, with all due respect, they say, oh, the doctor says it's this kind of arthritis. And you know what I want to do? La, 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 la. It's like, I don't care what it's called. If the symptom is joint pain and knee pain and leg pain and tingling and restless feet and sore tingly legs and restless legs, we want to know about it. So with all due respect, we don't want to know what it's called. We want to know what the symptoms are. And it could be under the bracket or umbrella of arthritis. Cue the buggers right here. So John, today we are going to describe the 7 keys because my hunch is today will be the day a lot of people are going to want to share the show because a lot, if you just have to watch the TV. Every second commercial is the Dr. Ho machine, and it's all the drugs and pills, and you only have to take 3 of these a day. Hello, like they make it sound like it's a bonus. Take 3 pills a day, so
for the rest of your life.
Less. I'm making a large claim today because I have so much success in removing trapped emotions in people's joints and knees and legs, and they're feeling relief. Even a couple of weeks ago, John, I did a presentation in Victoria, and this woman came up with really aching feet. She was actually tenderly walking, almost limping, to the front of the room, and in 7 minutes, I almost got rid of it all in front of the room. The audience was like, holy S-balls, what is going on? And then I met her yesterday, and she said her friends are noticing that she's got a dozen sore feet, and she's trying to explain it to them, and it's a tough one to explain. So, I'm very pleased. And then yesterday, we got rid of the little bit that was left with her, like within minutes. So,
just send them this video.
A handful of people, and then we're going to come back. First, if you live on Vancouver Island, that's the west coast of Canada, halfway up is a city called Nanaimo. John and I are there on September 15th. We are giving a live, in-person emotion code presentation. We have an exhibit there, so come say hello, come take a selfie, come tell us about your emotion code success story. And then live at 3 o'clock, we're on stage delivering the 7 keys to the emotion code process. And we're going to invite some people to the front of the room and demonstrate the removal. Now, our favorite people to work on, John, at an event is what kind? People that have
Arthritis.
arthritis. Yeah. Limpers.
Pain. Limpers. Oh, we love limpers.
Come on down.
Limp on down.
Limp on down. So, John, let's go say hello to some friends, and then we're going to start today's content. Who is saying what, please?
First contestant, Heather Fisher is here. Gives us a wave from sunny Labrador. And Sig Brown says hello, snuck in there. Before Natasha Paula Samuel says hello, Michael and John. As usual, looking forward to the show. Hashtag Emotion Code Bros.
Very nice. Welcome, Sig. Welcome, Natasha. Welcome, Heather. Kelly Carson's joining us from BC. Hello, Kelly. And Taylor K. Stevens has joined us. She's been a loyal watcher lately, so thank you.
Yeah, and Tammy Prince,
who's coming to see us in Nanaimo, September 15th. Good morning, Tammy. Now, John, we've been we're episode number 60 today. Yeah, not 60. And last week we worked on kids. Without having the kids live in front of us, we were able to work on people's children. I worked on, I'm looking for it right now. I worked on somebody last week. John, why don't you tell us who you worked on last week?
Yeah, you worked on someone, yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
I worked on Lisa Godsley's son, and his name was Brandon, and he was drinking lots of soda, Gatorade, and chips and sugar. I did an emotion code session with Brandon without him even being present because I had the mom's permission. So we're looking to hear from her today. And last week you worked with Casey Ray's son. Can you cue that up and then read what Casey had to say? Remember, this was last week live on the show within minutes. We worked on people's children, and we're going to explain how we can do that without them being present. John, tell us about Casey Ray's son.
Yeah, well, it was actually Angie. Angie's the mom. Her alias, I guess, is Casey.
Okay.
Yeah. So worked on her son, Javan. And so this is the update. So, first of all, Javan had a bit of a trucker mouth. So cussing every day, every response, basically every sentence is what I remember. Dropping F-bombs like they're going out of style. And so this is the update. Thrilled to share an update from last week. John helped my 17-year-old son, Javan, with cussing. First day, nothing. And believe me, there were incidents that have been a storm of words previously. So first day, nothing. No swearing. Okay.
No cuss words.
No cuss words. First day. Second day, 1 cuss word. Clean mouth.
Clean mouth.
Okay. Clean mouth. Didn't have to get out of the bar soap. Day 6. First day back to school. 2 F-bombs that night with signature pages and syllabus. So he was able to keep his composure. Nothing since. I need to sign the whole family up for some sessions. Thank you so much, Angie.
Wow.
That's pretty amazing.
Well, you know what? I think what we're proving is that the reason was the F-bombs was past life experience that he had that trapped these trapped emotions and created that habit. And I think you might have worked on her son remotely because he wasn't on the show.
Yeah.
Wasn't even present for maybe 10 to 12 minutes.
Yeah.
And if I'm counting, 3 cuss words in 7 days?
Pretty amazing.
What the fudge is going on? So congratulations to Angie. She was watching at the right time and she was on the show. We were working with people's kids. So good. Congratulations to you, John. Barbara Rowan from the UK is giving us a hello, and so is Chris. Yeah. So good morning, Chris.
Yeah, and Laura Nelson Bowman says, good morning, bros.
Hey, Laura.
And Anne-Marie Lindsay says, hi, guys, from Inverness.
Inverness. Okay, we have our first contestant here on The Bros Are Right. Hashtag on that. Contestants on The Bros Are Right. Heather Fisher is asking, Michael, I need you to clean up my right shoulder for arthritis, please. So, Heather, you are the chosen one today. So I need to know more about your right shoulder, and we're going to explain this shortly. Heather, on a scale of 1 to 10, what is the severity of the pain? Is it actually on the top or the front or the back, or when you lift your hand, or when you wash your hair, whatever? Give us a little incident when that happens. And I'm going to be working with Heather. So, hey, Charity West from the Mittens in the house.
Nice. I'm still looking for someone with arthritic pain, aches and pains in the joints.
Okay.
Pretty
Yeah,
West from
John
the
and I are
Mitten, yeah.
both going to do a motion code session. I'm working with Heather. Who's John working with? John, read a couple more, and then we're going to start today's 7 keys.
Heather Jankovic says, hey bros. Sylvia Bellini says, hello, cloudy day here in London. Marvelous. Hashtag crisps no more. Saturdays are no fun anymore. Yet the family are so grateful to you. Looking forward to a great show. The crisps.
Well,
So we got rid of
Sylvia's,
Sylvia's crisp addiction.
yes. Well, Sylvia's going to be interested in next week's show. Hey, Sylvia, we'll see
Yep.
if you we'll see if you raise your hand for next week's show. John will announce that at the. Actually, we've got 3 upcoming really good shows, and John will let us know at the end. Cindy Cressman from Canada is saying, "Thank you for this show." And Charity West gave us a hashtag. They are gone. So, John, we're going to bookmark it there, and we'll come back and read some more comments. While we're doing the 7, or while I'm actually doing the session with Heather, you can be scanning, and can you let people know what you need from them to work on them, please?
Really simple. I need a volunteer with arthritic pain, aches and pains, specifically like joint pain. And it'd be great if you have been told by someone, a doctor, physician, that you have arthritis. So we're going to see if trapped emotions is a contributing cause to that pain. That's what we're looking for, and a severity. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most severe pain you've ever felt.
Okay. I was
That's
I
it.
was editing whether I was going to tell the story or not, but I'm going to tell it anyway. So remember, before I met you, I was limping. I was limping for 5 years. So I went to saw a specialist here in Victoria, and I sat on that piece of parchment paper bed, and without touching me or even rubbing my leg or anything, he said, "You know what? You're 50 and you're fat, and you have arthritis." He said, "There's nothing I can do."
Nope.
So I was mortified when he said that. And it was all true. I was 50 and I was fat and, I had arthritis and there's nothing he can do. So and I remember I went out to the lobby and I went to the receptionist and said, "Can you call up my account there?" And she did. And I said, "Can you press delete?" And I've been wanting to hook up one of those Cirque du Soleil ropes outside of his office window and do a double, triple sow cow spin.
Yeah.
And I'm a little heavy, and I'm 56, and watch me spin. And then I met John online, who fixed my hip 5 years ago. Or I keep saying 5 years ago. It's more than that now. It has to be.
No, 3 maybe.
No, I had the pain for 5 years. Yes, I
Yeah.
met you. So what we're talking about, John, today, we're talking about the emotion code.
Emotion code
It's
written
written,
by Dr.
produced, and
Brad.
developed by Dr. Bradley Nelson. John and I are both certified emotion code practitioners. Before we do a live session today, we want to give you kind of a big picture, because even I worked with a woman this week who didn't understand the 7 keys, and she was really skeptical. And it's like, I thought, you know what? They've got to watch the 7 keys. You've got to watch the 7 keys. When people book an appointment with me that haven't seen me live or haven't seen us on the show, I send them a video. So you've got to, and this one was asking 100 questions. And I said, I asked you to watch the 7 keys first. And now we have to spend 15 minutes in our half-hour session explaining the keys. And she was still skeptical. So today we're going to let people understand the big picture on why and how this works. So then when you book an appointment with John and I, we get right to work. There's no chit chat. Let me explain. Now, explaining the 7 keys takes 7 minutes. We don't want to do that. So today, John, in our fast-paced way, and a shout out to our podcast listeners, John and I are going to be using accelerated learning techniques. And these are techniques that help accelerate your learning. So we're going to talk about the 7 keys to the emotion code process. John, before we do that, there's 2 distinctions that we like to, that Dr. Brad talks about that we kind of are really important in the overall process. What are they, please?
The first is the subconscious mind. So the subconscious categorizes everything you've ever done. It remembers everything you've done. It's the powerhouse upstairs here.
Everything you
And
smelled, touched, taste, experienced, learn, traumatized, everything. It's a smarty pants. It knows everything.
the other? is trapped emotion, which is an unprocessed emotion from a past negative event. So something that you went through in the past that really stuck with you that you haven't got over yet.
Yeah, cute
That's it.
cantaloupe.
Cantaloupe. It's about
Yeah,
the
they're
size
the
of your
size.
fist.
Yeah, the size of your fist. That's a small
Or
cantaloupe, actually. Anyway, and those are unprocessed trapped emotions, like John said, and they're what's causing the problem. So today, here's the 7 keys to the whole process that you understand it. The first key is understanding about
the emotion code chart. So right here, it's behind Michael as well. It's 2 columns, 6 rows, totaling 60 trapped emotions, and broke them down into convenient 2 columns, 6 rows, and 5 emotions in each box. Yeah.
on their own. People say they carry stress in their back. Well, stress isn't even one of them. Guess what? There's more than stress. There's 60 possible emotions stuck in your back. And as a practitioner, we talk to your subconscious mind. We want to find out which one it is. And the way we're asking the question is we're using.
Muscle testing. So we're muscle testing through the chart, asking yes or no questions. Is it in column A, column B, odd row, even row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? And that's how we find that specific trapped emotion. For something
That's
like
right.
stress, maybe it's frustration. So we got to narrow it down, find frustration really quick, or maybe it's overwhelm or lack of control, something like that. And we find it really quick. So we narrow it down from 60 to 1 in about 2 seconds.
That's right. Now, in addition to be able to do the emotion code on yourself, which we do and I do, we can do it for you. And by doing that, we become your.
Proxy, so acting on your behalf. So we connect with you through intention, and we muscle test for you and act as a proxy for you from a distance.
And because we're show offs and we like to acknowledge how awesome we did removing the pain or the doubt or whatever you have, before we get started and when we're done, we always like to do a check in on.
Severity, scale of 1 to 10. So we need some range to work with here. So 10 being most severe. Ideally, it would be a 0 by the end of a session, but sometimes it takes a little more work.
Right. And in order for us to check in with you, your subconscious mind becoming your proxy, we first need to get your.
Permission. So in this case, it's written permission, or it'd be verbal permission. In other words, we don't work on someone because we see them limping down the sidewalk and think they need our help.
Right. So let's just do a little check in. Today I'm going to work with Heather Fisher. She's gave me her permission. I'm going to find out the severity of it. I'm going to become her proxy. I'm going to be using muscle testing, which is an agreement that I have with my subconscious mind. It says, when I find it, lock my fingers. If it's a yes, lock it. If it's a no, let it go.
Go.
And because I have Heather's permission, so when I'm scanning the charts, I just found the trapped emotion that's causing your right shoulder pain. As soon as I find it, John, then what happens?
We take a magnet, and what that does is it amplifies our intention to delete or release the trapped emotion. We swipe it over our head, which is a governing meridian. It goes through the entire energy system and clears out.
That's
And
right.
some
And
people
all
use
of
their
this
hands.
works. The fuel to make all of this work is.
It is water. So yeah, the fuel is water. We drink a lot of water when working with people. And yeah, stay hydrated.
Okay, good stuff. So, John, I'm going to start my session with Heather. I just got a note from her. So she's talking, it's her right shoulder near the front of it. And when it kicks in, it feels like a 9. It burns like a 9.
Ooh.
Hashtag it burns like a 9, especially laying down on her right side. It gets to the point I can't raise my arm sometimes from the pain. So, boy, that's nice and descriptive. So, before we get started, I'm going to check on myself. I'm going to using muscle testing. My first question to myself is, do I have enough water? Yes. Do I need more water? It says no. Good. So that's kind of just housekeeping that I'm getting my own water. So I've worked with Heather before, so I'm going to connect quite quickly, but I'm just going to do my little routine protocol here to connect with Heather. I have her permission.
Okay, while you do that, I'm going to scan here.
Okay. Am I Heather Fisher? I am. Am I Michael? No, I'm Heather Fisher. I have Heather's permission. And now I'm going to talk to her subconscious mind directly. And the key is I can ask yes or no questions. So my first question is, on a scale of 1 to 10, what is the severity of this pain in my right front of the shoulder normally? Is it a 1? No. Is it 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9? It's a 9. So it's a 9. I always like to ask this question. The severity of the 9 that's in my right shoulder causing this pain, what is the percentage it's little bugger related? In other words, what is the percentage of this pain is caused by trapped emotion? Is it 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100? I'm not making it up. Her subconscious mind's smart. It knows everything. Hashtag everything. It's saying that 100% of the pain in my right shoulder, me being Heather right now, is caused by trapped emotion. That's the best news of all. Now, the better news of all, I'm going to find what they are. So I'm asking my subconscious mind. I have the same chart behind me that's in front of me. And just for demonstration purposes, I normally don't do this, but I want you to see we know the severities are not. How many trapped emotions are causing this pain in my top right shoulder? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Okay, it's 5 out of the 60. Now I'm on the TE hunt. I'm on the trapped emotion hunt. So to make it easy, I'm going to say, are they in column A? Oh, they are. Are there any in column B? So now I just cut my work from 60 trapped emotions to 30. So all 5 are in column A. Is that true? Are they in row 1, 2, 3? They're row 3. Are all of them in A3? Oh, that's easy. Okay, good. Now I know the 5. Now, before I can get rid of them, I want to find out, do I need to know anything else about this? Oh, I do. Usually the age. I'm going to say, was I under 30? I wasn't under 30. Seeing it saying no. Was I 30, 31? I was 32. So my subconscious mind, me being Heather, is saying when I was 32, I had an event or an accident or trauma or something happened to me where I trapped these 5 emotions in my right shoulder. Do I need to know anything else about them before I release them? I don't. Is the first one crying? How old was I again? 33, 132, 32. So now with the magnet, I'm going to release the trapped emotion of crying from my right shoulder when I was 32. Just 3 swipes. I'm generous. I like to do more. Is the next one discouragement when I was 32? I'm releasing discouragement when I was 32. Is the next one rejection when I was 32? Is the next one sadness when I was 32? Is the next one sorrow? Yes. Okay, John, I want to carry on with the protocol here and tell me what you're finding. Let our friends know what you're finding out there.
Yeah, lots of comments. So I'm going to say hi to Cindy Cressman, says thank you for the show. Green Beach Murray, Leslie Marshall from Smoky, Oregon. Linda Buckner says hi, everyone. Heather Jankovic says I have knee, neck, and shoulder pain. We might have someone to work on here. I might. So Heather Jankovic, if you're watching, you haven't already, let me know the severity of that. Rajesh says hello, sir. Michael, sir, John, sir. Hashtag
Hey, Rajesh, good morning.
in the gym. Judy Stevenson says, good morning, fellas. If you need a volunteer, I would love to. Struggling with hip pain. I join you lots, but haven't been helped online, although I did book a session with John, which was great. Awesome. 2 volunteers. Audie is with us, says hello. Roxanne Jones says hello. Premierlia Parham, good morning, bros. Sig Brown says, doctors don't heal, they just treat symptoms. The body has to heal itself. No one else can do it for you. Removing blocks lets the body do that. Yeah, exactly, Sig. So removing the trapped emotions, that's preventing the body from healing on its own. Roxanne Jones, hi there. Had restless legs for quite a while. Need help. Name is Rita. Carol Bratt, good morning from Victoria, Australia.
Okay, I have a little update, John, when you're ready. Okay, so I'm Heather Fisher. Before today's session, what was the severity of the pain and discomfort and inflexibility in my right shoulder? Boy, when I'm laying down on my right side, it's very sore. Subconscious mind, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you were to measure from 1 to 10, what was the severity? Was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Was it 9.5? Was it 8? No, it was a 9. And now, is it a 10? Nope. Is it a 9? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Now, your subconscious mind saying it's 0. We're going to hear from the real Heather. I'm just going to disconnect from Heather for a minute. And it might take a round 2. So we're going to hear from Heather. She's going to give me a new number, 1 to 9. We're going to let all that energy settle in. She's going to do whatever she needs to do to kind of duplicate the pain. And if she needs another treatment, we can do that right now. So Heather, let us know.
Yeah, sometimes the pain it decreases instantly, and sometimes it can take some time, like a few days. So sometimes I tell people it's kind of like a sliver. So we've all had slivers. So you remove that sliver, but there's still you still got the pain and inflammation in there, and it usually takes like 2 or 3 days for that area to heal.
Yeah.
I mean, you can leave the sliver in too, and your body will try and push that out. But yeah, it's the analogy. It still could take some time for those tissues to heal.
Okay. Have
So
you found someone to help?
yeah, the first one I found was Heather Jankovic. So we're working on Heather and Heather today. Um, Left shoulder, 10 at worst, wakes me up at night. 2 months of physical therapy really hasn't helped. Perfect. So I'm going to connect up to Heather, Heather J. And yeah, so I'll just do that. I'll just connect up in my head and go on the hunt.
Okay, and I'll come back to you. You might have said these already, John, but I wasn't paying attention, so they might be repeats. But we're going to say good morning to Corrine Beach Murray and our friend Charity West. Nice shirt, Michael. Leslie Marshall is from Smoky, Oregon. Yeah, I know. We have it here too. Linda Buckner is saying hello. And oh, there's your friend Heather Jankovic. I've got knee, neck, and shoulder pain. Oh yeah, I'm hearing this now. You said hello to Regis. That's okay. They're getting double hellos.
Doubling up. We're doubling up on Heather, so we're doubling up on
Yeah.
the comments.
And Cindy Cressman, I would love to release neck and shoulder pain. Hey, Judy Stevenson, fellas, if you need a volunteer, I'd love struggling with the hip pain. I join you lots, but haven't been helped online, although I did book a session with John, which is great. Our friend Audie from California saying hello. Roxanne Jones, looks like a new name. Hello, Roxanne. Amelia Param from Vancouver Island. Yeah, these are all repeats. That's okay.
You did hear.
Yeah, Roxanne saying, hi there. I've had restless legs for quite a while. I need help. And she's saying her name is Rita. So, hey, Rita. So, we've already picked our two subjects for today. And the purpose of the show is to demonstrate the quickness that we can help you. We can help you remotely. You don't even have to have a video on, but John and I both have online booking systems. You go to our page, you can see the calendar, and it pops up in your time zone. You can book a session. We send you the link to the video like this, or some of you might want to do it on the phone. And come to the call, be hydrated, and bring a list and say, I got a neck and I've got pain, and we'll see how much we can cover in a half hour. You can, up in the comments, up in the post here, it's got John and I's address. You can see John's is at aliveandpure.com. So, you know what? Book yourself a bro. That's what all I can say. Just book yourself a pro.
Stubbornness, Heather. That's cleared.
So Heather Fisher that I've worked on just sent me a private message, probably so I can see it easily. It says, the edge pain I was feeling like a jab is gone. And then she sent me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 10 emojis with
I
the
can
mouth
see
open,
that too. Yeah, it's
like little WTFs. It's like, what?
yeah.
Thanks, Heather. I have openings on Sunday. I'm working Sunday. So if you are in a lot of pain, you can get rid of that on Sunday. You can stop buying patches and the rubs and the lotions and the potions and the Dr. Home machines or similar machines to it, and staying up and tossing and turning and rolling from the left and rolling from the right and rubbing your feet and so on by getting rid of them. Carol Batt, good morning from Victoria, Australia. Oh, nice. Casey Ray, who you worked on our son, saying it's a huge difference. So,
Yeah, that's great.
Chris Cunha is saying, John, I have arthritis in my left knee now that not only hurts my knee, but barely bends now. Well, you got to get that fixed. You know, in the past we tolerated it. You know, sometimes when I work with somebody that said, it's better, it's about a 3, thanks. It's like, well, don't thank me. We're not done. We're not done until it's gone. We'll work till it's gone. So I'm saying this to including myself, stop being so tolerant with pain. There is a solution to that. We can help. Okay, I'm reading ahead. Cindy Cressman, Cindy, that's, hire a bro, Same with Chris. Just get it done in a half-hour session. Bring your pain. Roxanne Jones. My restless legs have gotten to the point of being unable to sit through a movie with jump. Oh, hashtag get it fixed. John, why don't you give us an update about what you're finding?
Yeah, I just cleared the fourth trapped emotion. So the first was stubbornness, and then failure, and confusion, and terror. And I didn't get ages, didn't need to know ages, didn't need to know
No.
anymore.
Yeah, sometimes
Gone.
we do, sometimes we don't. Yeah.
And I'm just going to keep going along here. Yeah,
Okay, good stuff.
yeah.
Uh, Don Bohem, hey, Boro. I think he meant bros, little typo. I have some joint pain, not diagnosed as arthritis. Well, remember, arthritis is the term used to talk about joint pain. I think when people hear they have arthritis, it also sets in their mind that it's not fixable. Oh, you've got arthritis.
That's
Like,
it.
well, we can't fix it. And then we buy that. And then you're taking 3 or 4 pills a day, which is affecting other parts of your body. So you don't have to be diagnosed with arthritis. It's the umbrella to talk about this kind of pain. So Don, hire a bro. Margaret Lou's had knee replacement, but still have pain. Now, Margaret, the woman that I just worked on, Heather, she had knee replacement in both knees. And the first time I met her, she hired me and she took a cane and walked out to her car and she called me from her car because her house was noisy and busy. So it took her a long time. She walked out to the car, a lot of, hip, same with hip replacements or knee replacements. Of course, there's lots of tender skin there and tender nerves and a lot of pain. Well, it's all this. So Heather's in her car. Heather's on the phone. Heather can confirm this. I wonder if I can tell the story. I guess I already did. Sorry, Heather. The good news is that when I was done the session, Heather got out of the car and walked into the house without her cane. I removed the trapped emotions, and I worked on her after that as well. But that initial, boy, let's get rid of lots of this pain causing my knee replacement. So Roxanne says, I'm having problems sitting here and watching your podcast. Oh, hashtag get her done. Oh, there. Heather just saved my you know what. Heather just wrote, Margaret Lou's, Michael has helped me with both of my TKRs. Well, that must be the industry term for something knee replacement. TKR. I don't know what T stands for, but it's code. It's knee replacement code. Thanks, Heather, for doing that.
So it is the knee replacement.
Oh, yeah. Elizabeth Shrew Chuck. Hi, Michael and John. Glad I'm here. Me too. Kim Whitner has a lunch date today. Catching the replay. Kim Whitner, are you having soft shell crab? She loves to tease me with soft shell crab. I want to have soft shell crab one day with her. I don't even know where she lives. Hey, our friend Tamara Traub from Calgary area. She is saying, so good to have the time to watch the shows live. Nice to have you with us tomorrow. Bill Pamandro. Good morning. Hey, Bill. Doug Collins say it's fun to watch Michael do his hashtag he hunt, trapped emotion hunt. Oh yeah, Heather did post that publicly.
They're in sadness, effort unreceived, grief, helplessness,
Okay, so
discouragement.
Cindy Cressman's working with you next Saturday, John.
Yay.
Wow, that's a whole week away. A whole week away.
Heartache.
Oh, yeah, total knee replacement is what TKR stands for. Thank you, McKenna Agency. TKR.
Doesn't sound fun.
Wow, that was a swell of chats there. So we're continuing. John, let's get an update on you again and tell us what you're finding. And
Heather Jankovic, left shoulder is a 10 out of a 10. Cleared a lot of emotions here. And let's check on the severity now. Is it 0? No, got more work to do.
So yesterday, and John and I do a show on Fridays called Ask Me Anything, and a lot of people were a little ticked off at me because I didn't answer their questions. So what happens is that John and I have to refresh our screen, and they don't put them in order. So if we missed you today, that's because of why. So, and now I'm just starting from the very top. I'm scrolling down, make sure we acknowledge everybody today. It's important that we ask you to say hello and to give us some information, and then you don't hear from us. So I'm fixing that right now. I'm starting right from the very beginning.
Yeah, I didn't see those comments yesterday either, and I had to reset my phone as
Yeah,
well. So something happened.
yeah.
We'll blame Facebook.
So, you know what? I would like this to be the show that you shared. You guys know we've been supporting you for a long time. You've been watching the show religiously. A lot of you already are show sharers, right? So this might be the show. All of us have people in our lives that suffer from some kind of pain. But boy, wouldn't today be the ideal show to share? That was a little bit of a tongue twister. Show to share.
I found an inherited emotion. So we haven't talked about inherited emotions yet today. So I'll take the opportunity. It's inherited self-abuse from father's side. So that means something father went through, or can even go back more generations, 2, 3, 4 generations, or
Yeah.
sometimes they're dozens or hundreds. Just 5 generations? Yeah. 10?
It,
9 generations of father's side self-abuse. That goes back a long ways. We're going to clear that one out.
okay. Our friend Kelly Carson, loyal top fan. Facebook lets us know she's a top fan. She's already shared it today. We appreciate you. Corinne Beach Murray, who's also a top fan, has shared it. Okay. And Chris Kuncha is saying, I've had PT on my left knee on and off for years. It gets better, then it comes back. Okay. Okay, if you're watching, there's still time to say hello. And when John's done there, we're going to find out what we're cooking for next week. The next few weeks, I think we're going to make some announcements about the next few weeks, what we're working on. So,
Great to have an update from Heather Jankovic. How's that left shoulder doing? What have you noticed? Any decrease of pain? Maybe like move it around a little bit. Maybe neck is better. Maybe back is better. Who knows? Just keep going here. Another trapped emotion.
yeah,
Yeah.
is it more flexible? Can you raise your arm a little bit more and better? This week I go to the gym, and my trainer actually hurt himself lifting weights. And he comes limping over, and I said, "Are you doing that on purpose?" He says, "No, dude." He goes, "I actually hurt my knee." Now, for me, I have always been working on people's chronic pain. That means they've had it for a long time. So I thought, well, that's muscle pain. And he said, "Can you help me?" And I said, "Well, I don't think it's the same kind of pain." Well, he proved me wrong. We went out in the lobby. I bring my bangles to the gym. They're like kids. I always got a pocket of, it's like candy. I always have a magnet in my pocket. Excuse me. And I removed all the trapped emotion that were causing his knee pain. And right there in the lobby, I corrected it. So that kind of shot my idea that it had to be old problems. This was fresh. This was like 6 minutes ago, he hurt his knee. And I removed the trapped emotions, and then he was flexible again. He also told me that years ago he had an accident turning left on this busy corner in Victoria when we were doing a session. So I said, "Well, let me get rid of that." He said, "Really?" And I said, "Yeah." And then that same day he said, "Oh, by the way," he said, "I'm making that left turn without any hesitation, without any fear." And he said, "Matter of fact, I forgot how," and he would avoid that whole corner because of the left turn, and now it's all gone. It's just amazing some of the things.
PTSD. That's what that is, right?
What is that?
Wouldn't that be PTSD? Doesn't
I
want
think
to.
so.
Yeah.
PTSD is from a trauma from a past event.
Yeah. The whole intersection. Yeah.
Tamara Travis shared, thank you. Heather is saying the pain has decreased. So Heather, if you could pick a number from 1 to 10, what would you say the pain level is now? 10 being, oh, I can hardly get up. Natasha Paula Samuel shared today's show. Pamelia Bell is saying good morning. Hey, Pamelia, nice to have you join us. I know if anybody's just joining, you got to watch the whole show today because we're really explaining what is causing arthritis, not what is arthritis, but what's causing it. I'm going to help you with that today. So John, you let us know when you're done there, and then we're going to start to wrap up today.
Yeah, I've cleared quite a bit here. So she says it's a 3.
Okay, well that's a good.
I got a 0.
Okay, maybe you could do a little touch base inside without her today. Just
yeah, so I'll leave it there for now. That's quite a bit. Let that all clear out, give it some time to heal, and yeah, I'll just disconnect right now. And yeah,
Elaine Carlton made a good point about my trainer. Remember, I said he had that fresh injury. She said sometimes trapped emotions can make the body weak there and make you vulnerable to an injury, in my experience. Exactly. And I think that's what happened. And then I removed those trapped emotions
yeah,
and he got his
absolutely.
flexibility back.
Yeah, and re-injury too, right? So the trapped emotion goes to the path of least resistance, so that area that is weak already. And so sometimes that's why healing takes a bit, is clear out the trapped emotions, it can heal, clear out the trapped emotions, heal, clear out the trapped emotions, and yeah.
Good. Again, if you said hello and left a message with us today, after the show, I like to go out and check every comment to make sure we've acknowledged it. And again, Facebook is refreshing it differently. So John and I always don't see the same thing. So we acknowledge that you might have said hello. We do want to say hello back. So you know what? It's coming up to the fall. Summer's still here, at least where I live. And it might be time to start the fall, the second half of 2018, pain-free. If you've been suffering for a long time with any of the things you heard today, John and I would really like to be one of the bros that help you relieve your pain. We'd love to have the reputation of thinking, wow, this guy really, I've got a reputation at the gym. I hope it's a good one. Well, I know it's a good one. I'm the guy that's known as helping people's chronic pain while I'm on the treadmill. Oh, I'm doing it on the treadmill, magnet and all. Okay. So you can go to John's calendar. You can check out aliveandpure.com. You can go to my page, which is hangoutwithmichael.com/emotion code. Both of those addresses are up in the post. So John, we should probably do this show once a month because we had an extreme number of people that
volunteers
are interested. Yeah. But we've picked 3 shows coming up for the next 3 weeks. And if our friend Sylvia Bellini's watching, the first show might be of interest to her. John, what do we got cooking, please?
Next week is FOMO. Bro show on FOMO.
The FOMO. Hey, do you have FOMO?
Fear of missing out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Missing out.
Are you scared to miss out? Are you scared? I think I have FOMO when I'm on an airplane because I'm scared to miss anything, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to fall asleep because I don't want to miss anything. Or if I'm going for a drive, sleep. I don't want to sleep. I'm scared to miss anything. I might have travel FOMO.
Maybe.
Been diagnosed with travel FOMO. It's a disease now. I'm just making that up. They call everything a disease. Dis-ease meaning it's dissing the ease. It's stopping the ease. Okay, FOMO next week, fear of missing out, then what?
Depression,
yes.
Depression.
One event in your life has caused this depression. John and I have had great success helping people relieve their depression. And the next subject, pretty common.
Anxiety.
There's social anxiety, do you have overall anxiety? What is it? Good. And hopefully before next week, we will hear from Lisa Godsley so we can give you an update about her son and his, poor eating habits. We heard today from the trucker mouth and, 2 swear words in 1 week, 2 or 3 swear words in 1 week. That's phenomenal. So Congratulations to you, John. Anything you'd like to say to wrap up today, John?
Thanks for our volunteers. Thanks for everyone for putting themselves out there and volunteering. The Heathers. And that's it. Yeah.
That's it. Okay.
That's it.
John and I are available to help you over the phone or over Skype. And it doesn't matter where you live because we can do it at a distance. That's why it's called distance healing. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with us today. We love being here. We love doing the show. And if you have any show topics, let us know, and we'll add them to our future list. John, let's say goodbye to our friends watching today. See you later, everybody.
Bye, everyone.